joined by Sheldon Creed, who is very familiar with the playoff battle. Thank you so much for joining us, Sheldon. Spending some time with us.
Yeah, no problem.
Awesome. All right. We can hear Sheldon well. He can hear us. Let's go ahead and get started. And to kick us off, we're going to go to Davey Siegel. Go ahead, Davey.
Hey, Sheldon, I know the last time we talked, you said you were trying to iron out some plans for next season, and you said that you didn't really want to return to the Truck Series. Just curious if that is still your mindset and if there's been any further conversations in terms of what you want to do for next year.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're getting close. I don't think running trucks another year is completely out of the question, but definitely want to move up to Xfinity or even Cup, but I think Xfinity is the main goal right now. And I think we're getting pretty close on a deal.
You think that another performance like you had last year in the playoffs, potentially another championship, would help anything? Or do you think that the deal will probably be secured if it is before that, and that will kind of just be an added bonus?
Yeah, I mean, I hope to have it done here in the next few weeks. So if it does get done, then I'm sure it'll get announced. But yeah, definitely another run like we had last year would for sure help our situation. And the biggest deal is just trying to find money to go places that are competitive.
Great. Thanks. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question is going to come from Taryn Wack. Go ahead, Taryn.
Hi, Sheldon. Do you feel pressure to defend your title now more so that the playoffs are actually here, or has it been something in the back of your mind all season?
My biggest goal at the start of the season was to win the regular season championship, but obviously we were quite a bit off to pull that off. But yeah, I don't really feel the pressure right now. For me, and I feel like my team, it's just to go and take each week by itself, focus on each track, and be consistent and be good everywhere. So that's the goal right now. Obviously, make it into the round of 8, and then just focus on trying to win and buy our way into the Final Four.
Is that something you have to like block off in the back of your mind at all, or do you just naturally not think about it?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I kind of, I guess, block it out. I don't know. I try not to put the pressure on. Right now, the goal is just to make the Final Four, and then we'll worry about winning there. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't really thought much about it like that.
Sorry to bring it up then.
No, you're fine.
Thank you, though.
Okay, our next question will cover from Chris Estrada. Go ahead, Chris.
Sheldon, thank you for joining us. You obviously had really good form in the playoffs last year. I believe it was 4 top 2 finishes, including your title win in Phoenix. Considering the ups and downs that you've had this season, how confident are you and the 2 team in being able to recapture that clutch form and be able to contend again for a second title?
Yeah, I just feel like we hit our stride earlier in the year last year. For this year, it's taken us a long time, but we've had really fast trucks the last 2 asphalt races. We ran 3rd at Pocono, just ran 3rd last weekend on the road course. So I feel really good about where our trucks are going, the direction we're headed, and yeah, just need to execute and have good races and start up front. This is the first weekend that I'm starting in the top 5, and I don't even know how long. I put it like inside the top 10 so much this year, so it takes so long to get up towards the front, and just haven't had trucks to race great. So I feel good about where our trucks are headed, where they're going, where they're at, and yeah, I think we'll have a really good shot at winning.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Peter Strada. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah, Sheldon, thanks for joining us. Is your playoff mindset this year different from last year, given last year you were the number 1 seed, and this year you're, I believe, 5th in points currently with only the 1 win?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I probably just had a little bit maybe more confidence last year, just knowing we were fast every week. We had tons of speed, and yeah, I just liked where we were at. So this year might be a little bit more difficult, but I think it's something we're totally capable of, and especially as of late. I feel like we've been executing a lot better and been doing a job in the race car. And yeah, it's going to be different. Definitely. I think a lot of trucks are being more competitive this year compared to like how far where we're at this year. We have to race a lot harder. So time will tell, right?
All right, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Bob Huckers. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Sheldon, if there's one thing that you said that you did in the playoffs last year that is pivotal for you to do this year, what would it be?
Winning. Definitely winning would be the move to. Obviously, it buys yourself into the next round, and if you can do it in the round of 8, then it buys your way to Phoenix. So that's the goal is to go win.
And so what, following up on that, what's the difference between winning and finishing second in these races? And what do you think the difference has been this year?
Gosh, I mean, win buys your way in, but running second's not terrible either, especially if you have good stage points. And you can buy your way in on points. I think there's people even out of the playoffs. Johnny Sauter, ton of speed, can win at these tracks coming up. So if you're in second to someone like that, it wouldn't be a bad thing. But I think winning's going to be extremely important this year in the playoffs.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Marty. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Amanda. Sheldon, thanks for the time, man. Hope you're well. Zane brought up this earlier today, but he said that luck hasn't really been on their side with their side of the things at GMS. I know you've got that win at Darlington, but is this something that has maybe carried over to GMS as a whole?
I mean, no. For him, maybe a little bit. That's just had a lot of mistakes on pit road with their pit crew and loose wheels at the beginning of the year. So for us, it's just been executing. I feel like not having fast trucks, me making mistakes, trying to make up for it, not finishing races. And then had a few races where maybe we should have stayed out and pitted or vice versa. So obviously it doesn't help when your trucks aren't as good. But yeah, just a tough season. If it was maybe our truck only, then you could look at it that way. But it's been our team as a whole. I mean, just not the speed that we had last year. So that's probably where a lot of it comes from. And yeah, hopefully we're in a better spot now. I think we are to compete with these guys.
As the defending champion, how do you approach racing against, I believe, 6 Toyotas in the playoffs who, without question, they've been the dominant manufacturer all year?
Yeah, I think we beat all but 2 of them every week pretty much or outrun them. So I'm only worried about them.
All right. Thank you, Sheldon. Good luck these next few weeks.
Thank you.
Okay, our next question will come from Vance Welch. Go ahead, Vance.
Hey, Sheldon. Zane said earlier that he feels like the other teams have caught up to you guys somewhat this year. Do you agree with that? And if so, where would you say that that change has come?
Gosh, I mean, definitely caught up. I feel like past us. Last year, I feel like we were the best team. We were the team to beat. And I think we developed things over the offseason that we felt like we needed to work on, but obviously not enough, or we got beat somewhere. So a lot of it's been aero, I think, for us this year. And we've changed some stuff and fixed some balances that have helped us. Obviously, when you don't practice, it's really hard to know where your problem is and new tire builds and this and that. It's so hard without practice that, yeah, if you're on your game, it kind of figures or favorites you. So I feel like we're in a lot better place now. But yeah, I think Aero and Waste didn't do a good job keeping up with it.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, our next question will come from RJ. Go ahead, RJ.
Hey Sheldon, so the first two tracks of the playoffs are tracks that you've gotten wins at in the last 2 years, with Gateway last year, Darlington this year. So I'm sure that at least gives you some momentum going to these next two tracks, and then Bristol capping off the round.
Yeah, no, I'm actually super excited for this first round. Obviously won at Gateway last year from the back, and this year we're starting up front. So even if we can't win Gateway, it'll be really important to get good stage points, good finish, and try to point our way up. And then, for next week, Darlington can bring so many different things. We've been really fast there in the past. I didn't feel like we were as good there this year as we were last year, but we're still able to win, obviously on tires at the end. And then Bristol, been strong there in the past too. So really excited about this first round. Even the second round, I don't love Talladega, but Vegas and Martinsville are two of my favorites too. So really all of them, I feel like fit our truck.
Thank you, man. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to one final question, and that will be from Mitchell. Go ahead, Mitchell.
Sheldon, with this playoff schedule, there's a lot of breaks in between races. How hard is it to establish momentum with all this time off in between?
Extremely. I feel like last year I had so much fun. By the time we did go racing, we raced, if not every week. We may have a weekend off here and there. Or this year, so much off time. I don't love it. I feel like finally, I feel like we're getting somewhere with our trucks and have a good run, and then we have 3 weeks off. So it's tough. I've definitely wanted to race more. But I don't know. Everyone's dealing with the same deal, so you still gotta be good.
Thank you.
All right, Sheldon, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck in the playoffs.
All right, thank you.